Okay, guys, so today we'll be creating new cases for letters. So you probably wondering, what does that mean? Well, creating uppest case, upcase, middle case, low case, and lowest case. So first we're gonna create A. So basically, A is pretty simple. I came up with bis for uppest case. Other YouTubers do this or like this with 2 lines. But nope, I'm doing it like that. A monstrosity. And obviously, uppercase A already exists. And upcase A. So this is complex. It's the same size as the other A's, but it's a lowercase a. And there's a square inside and a triangle on top. You might be wondering, how the hell you get that? Well, there's a triangle right there, and if you do this, it kind of looks like a square. So, that's my reasoning. It's not good, but whatever. And then, next is middle case next. So middle case is slightly smaller lowercase a with the triangle in it. It also has a dot in it. That's middle case A. It's way too small. It's supposed to be about the same size. And then next is lowercase. So this is actually way smaller. And is just an A with like a microscopic triangle inside. Almost just like a dot. Like that. Barely see the triangle from afar, but it's still there. And then, of course, lowercase stays the same. And then lowest case. Now, you might be wondering, this looks absolutely nothing like an A. And it already looks like an existing character. But both of those are right. But technically, this is close to lowercase a in a way. Like, see this bulb right here? You move it like right onto the line, and it becomes that. So see, that's my reasoning. Yeah, so those are all the cases for A. And then next is B. Basically, why? That is uppest case B, which is, that's not how you draw it. It's this. 3 bulbs. And then this one is the only one, or one, I don't know yet, but one of the only ones. I'm going to change the uppercase version. The 2 bulbs and a dot. Actually, no, 2 dots. The upcase, slightly smaller, with 1 dot. And then Middle case will be a little smaller and a dot right there. Basically, just delete this and shrink it. And then for low case, or wait, I made a mistake. And then low case is just gonna be the current lowercase b. And then lowercase is, wait, we should switch these around. So lowercase shrunk down a little bit, and the dot moves into there. And then next is the lowest case. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah. But if you do that and remove that dot, it resembles lowercase b. So technically, it is like b in some way. That looks nothing like a 6. That's all the cases of b. And yeah. Since we're doing all the letters of my alphabet, C doesn't exist. Okay, guys. So, as you saw, the idea of doing all the letters in my alphabet got thrown out the window. So I thought I would apologize by just doing C. Weeks later, they were now in March 8th at 3:23 a.m. But tonight, it went from 1:59 a.m. to 3 a.m. So technically, it's 2:23. For uppercase C, I wanted to just do this. Just merging upper and lowercase c to make that. And then for uppercase c, I wanted to change it to where this lowercase c detaches and then yeah, like that. And then for uppercase, I wanted to just make it to where this lowercase c is like folded in. This just gets like just completely collapsed, and it becomes but like and then for middle case, I wanted to make it where this line just gets removed, and it would become this. And then uppest, upper, up, middle. For low case, I wanted to remove this line like that. Just gets removed and becomes like that. And then for lowercase, it's just that's gonna get removed. And then for lowest case, I feel like we can do like similar to what we did here and just make it like completely collapse. Instead of being like that, it's just gonna like fold the other way. It's gonna be like it's gonna go like, and then the other way even more. It becomes that. Oh, you're not going to be using lowest case C like at all. Except for things like that end in like tech, but like for example Logitech, because like the only time, I'm not gonna spoil it, it's later in the video, and yeah, back to the original video. So we're just gonna not do it. So next letter is D. It's a slur around the video.
Cut it out.
It'll still be on the Beckett 2.0 channel.
No. No. Cut it out. If we're to describe Becky is retarded.
It's a slur around the video.
Cut it out.
It'll still be on the Beckett 2.0 channel.
No. No. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Okay, yup.
Or else tomato blue blanket pizza, you know.
Okay, fine.
If I ever see that video resurfacing, I will give you tomatoes and blue blanket and everything nice. And a little bit of sugar.
Okay, so for uppercase D, it's gonna change a lot. So it's gonna be super big, and then there's gonna be a bulb right there, a bulb right there, another bulb right there, and another bulb right there. But then we're gonna draw a line connecting bulbs, and then in the middle we're gonna draw a square. And that's the uppercase D. It's pretty complex, but an uppercase D is another one we're going to change. Make it a bit smaller and not as bulgy. So we're going to write the same bulb format right there. And then right there. And then we're going to connect them. Then we're going to write a triangle in the middle. And then we're gonna write the uppercase D, which will look like this. Slightly smaller, bulb on the side, and then circle in the middle. There's no connecting, no anything, and just that. Who are? And yeah, and then middle case is gonna be a D, slightly less bulgy, and a former lowercase d inside, and then 2 dots on the sides. You say all this like slop.
What am I saying that's racist?
And a lowercase d will be an oval. That's not an oval. An oval with a line through it, and then just a bulb right there. So we're bringing back these like bulb mechanics, and we're taking this and just combining them, removing the dots, making it smaller, and making the D slimmer. And then lowercase d is smaller and has a dot on top. That's not centered at all. It's not centered at all. Yeah, and then the lowest case D is even smaller and nothing. So that's all the cases of D. Okay, so next is E. So I don't really have any ideas for what to do with E. That's uppercase. So what I'm gonna do for uppercase case? How about like that? Let's make uppercase a little shorter. And for upcase, let's do pitchfork. Let's do like a small loop. Middle case, let's make it shrivel down. Into stop. I think I'm trying to write. Let's just do that. And then for low case, let's remove the rest of the line. So it's just that stop. Just how long you gonna take? Ooh, that kind of looks like a uppercase, but it's rounded. Actually, wait, no, that's too low. So it's too big. And then for lowercase, it's gonna be enclosed, obviously. And then for lowest case, just turn the bulb into a dot. So that's the de-evolution of E. Actually, how about instead of a dot, it becomes a circle? Okay. So that's a full evolution. I honestly like it. But like the upcase is pretty weird. Like, or the transition from upcase to middle case, like it just completely removes it. Oh wait, no, it moves the top line, extends it, and then puts it in the middle. Okay. So for F, no, that's too small. And that can be the uppercase, obviously. For uppest case, make it the size of Chicago.
The internet isn't reachable.
Hush. I don't know, but I don't need it right now, thankfully. Okay, just make letter videos. So, let's obviously make it taller. Let's keep that upper line. Add like a T. And then, oh wait, we take this little bit right here and curve it. Kind of resembles the uppercase or lowercase f. And then put a dot there. And then just, yeah, that's honestly really weird. And then for the upcase, smaller and make this line pierce through like that. Middle case, it's just like make the bulb like, or let's make a bulb. That doesn't really resemble F, but let's make the lowercase. I can't do this or that. That's just P and R. So how about we shrink? How about we just shorten that a little bit? Shorten it. And then just move down the line. Or no. I was gonna move down the line and just kind of curve everything. So it's not really curved. Honestly, it's not really that bad. Not bad. That can be the low case. And the lowercase is obviously just that. And then lowest case can just be that. Completely, or no, move that line down and just make the top less curvy. Just becomes that. It's full evolution of, I feel like uppest case F is too much. And let's make this. That doesn't resemble F at all. It looks more like a, I don't know, but make it look like that. Okay. I don't think I should curve that much. Actually, no. I don't think you should curve at all. Completely remove the curve. So that's the evolution. Onion bagels. Now, what can G be? So G. Let's make G just how about we that. We can put a dot, kind of shadow connect them. And then let's make the uppercase. Oh, look at the dog. So let's make the uppercase kind of more shriveled. The line kind of
Oh, you sleepy girl.
do that. It's like bend down. So make that bottom half shorter. That's a good upcase.
I made a right time.
And then let's make the middle case. It's like,
God.
so let's just make the middle case. Let's just like completely make this piece
It's
just
ADHD.
just completely flow
Mm-hmm.
and like swing.
flow.
And hush. Now let's just nope. It's like take this thing and like shrink it. Like, ooh. Wait. Cut. Oh, that just deletes it. Straighten. That doesn't do anything. Let's just like wait. And then we can just for the low case. So let's just make it go like do that.
Ow.
And then
My eye burns.
why?
Because it started to tear up because of how cute and kawaii you were.
That the low case, and then finally just bend it up in a way to where it becomes this, or a lowercase g for the lowest case. Let's just it's way too close. Let's just make it to where it becomes shriveled down even more. Just turn to like
I'm no wait, never mind.
voila. Okay guys, so I finished my checkpoint of the video. I finished editing all that. And now we're back. First letter is H from where we left off. So for highest case or uppest case, I came up with what every other YouTuber who's done this topic has done and done slightly taller. That's way slightly taller H. Like multiple lines. And that might seem like, oh my god, why? But like, it's a ladder to get to the highest case. So your mind blown. And then, obviously, uppercase H stays the same. Like that. And then, all these are kind of the same. Upcase is as following. So you draw like normal, H a little bit smaller, and just draw a lowercase h over that to form that monstrosity. And then middle case, and this is probably the weirdest one I created, but like, you do this, and then in the middle you just turn it to flat. I know it's weird, but it kinda separates the middle, the first one. Whatever the first H is called, a capital. It separates that in the lowercase. And then my next one was lowercase, which I decided on this. Make the second line slightly shorter than the other one. And then lowercase, obviously. Completely take away the extra line on the side. And then for lowest case, I decided to just take a hammer, smash the lowercase h, squash it, and it came up with this. But like it's wider than N. That's the evolution of H. Turns from a ladder into a N with a longer hair. Whatever that could be. This letter is I. I came up with an I, but there's two little stems, and they're connected. If you write your I like that, sorry, but it's just gonna be an H. So basically, it's like an H, but with like two lines on top. Capital I stays the same, uppercase. No, actually, for uppercase I was gonna change it to have this dot on top. And then for uppercase, make it a bit shorter and make the top line just really short. Keep the dot. Middle case, decided on completely moving the top line and turning into that. For low case, shorten the bottom line. You see where I'm going with this? Obviously, we're going to remove that long line and just become an I. And then for lowest case, today I was like turning lowest case forms of letters into like dots and like lines. So lowest case I is that. So the next letter is J.